Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest updates from the British royal family, from palace decisions to public appearances that are shaping the future of the monarchy. Today's breaking royal story centers around King Charles's important new decision, made at a time when Prince William continues his Earthshot mission abroad, and Princess Catherine prepares to lead the nation in an upcoming event marking a historic royal moment. It was one of those oh my goodness moments that no one quite saw coming, a single remark that sent ripples through Buckingham Palace and set royal circles ablaze. The Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie, has just delivered what many are calling the most cutting royal comeback in recent memory. It all began when she was asked an apparently harmless question about stepping in for Meghan Markle, but her reply left jaws on the floor and the palace buzzing with disbelief. When the Sussexes stepped away from royal life in 2020, followed soon after by Prince Andrew's quiet withdrawal, the question on everyone's lips was simple: who would take up the slack? Many assumed that Sophie and her husband, Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, would naturally shoulder a greater share of public duties. But Sophie, known for her composure and sharp wit, wasn't about to let anyone diminish her long-standing work. Her response was direct, pointed, and brilliant in its simplicity. What did people think we were doing beforehand? That one sentence sliced through years of public misconception. For too long, the spotlight had been fixed on flashier figures, while Sophie had been quietly carrying out royal duties with diligence and heart. Her understated but tireless commitment, supporting over 70 charities, championing women's rights, advocating for people with disabilities, and representing the crown around the world, had gone largely unnoticed. The remark, later revealed in Katie Nichols' 2022 book, The New Royals, Queen Elizabeth's Legacy and the Future of the Crown, sparked a reassessment of Sophie's role. Nichols wrote that Sophie receives less media attention than Meghan, largely because she leads a more traditional royal life, one grounded in duty rather than drama. Yet behind palace doors, she's earned a far more powerful title, the Windsor family's secret weapon. Under King Charles III's reign, Sophie's star has risen higher than ever. She is now ranked as the 7th most popular royal in YouGov polls, behind figures like the late Queen and Prince William, a remarkable testament to her quiet influence. King Charles reportedly holds her in high esteem, viewing her as an example of the kind of steady, dutiful monarchy he hopes to sustain. As a number of key players in the royal family have stepped back from royal duties, including Prince Harry, Meghan, and Prince Andrew, with a total of 10 working members in the firm. As the pool of working royals shrinks, it is thought Prince William will look to the younger generation and a dark horse to breathe some fresh air into the monarchy. Lady Louise Windsor is currently in her 4th year of an English degree at St. Andrews University and may take on some royal responsibilities when she graduates. Louise's parents, the Duke of Edinburgh and his wife Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, are the second youngest pair in the firm and are becoming increasingly popular. William and Louise were said to share a warm relationship, as she was also bridesmaid at his 2011 wedding to Princess Catherine. To understand the strength behind Sophie's understated confidence, one must look back to where she began. Before joining the firm, Sophie Rees-Jones had already carved out an impressive career in public relations, running her own firm and earning respect in the business world. When she married Prince Edward in June 1999, she entered the royal family with professionalism and purpose, determined to balance her private career with her public role. That balance, however, was tested in 2001. During what she believed was a private business meeting, Sophie found herself the victim of a media sting. A reporter posing as a wealthy sheikh recorded her making offhand comments, including referring to Queen Elizabeth II as the old dear. The fallout was immediate and brutal. Overnight, Sophie shut down her PR business and stepped back entirely from commercial work, choosing instead to dedicate herself fully to royal service. But what could have been the end of her career became her making. Sophie didn't retreat, she rebuilt. Over the next 2 decades, she quietly became one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, visiting hospitals, schools, and international charities with a focus on tangible, lasting impact rather than headlines. Her bond with Queen Elizabeth II only strengthened her place within the monarchy. The Queen came to rely deeply on Sophie's loyalty and steadiness, often inviting her and Edward for private weekends at Windsor. Sophie affectionately referred to the late monarch as Mama, and palace insiders have said that she was considered a second daughter by the Queen herself. Their relationship embodied mutual respect and a shared devotion to service traits that Sophie now carries forward in the new royal era. Together with Prince Edward, Sophie has built a family life that stands in sharp contrast to the turmoil often surrounding other royal branches. Their two children, Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, have grown up largely out of the public eye, enjoying rare normalcy within royal boundaries. The couple's stability and absence of scandal have only enhanced their reputation within the firm. But Sophie's much-discussed comeback wasn't just a witty retort, it was a declaration of purpose. Her pointed remark about what people thought she'd been doing beforehand wasn't about Meghan or rivalry. It was about recognizing the unseen labor that sustains the monarchy, the endless charity visits, the community work, the international advocacy that rarely makes front-page news but defines true service. While some royals have sought the glamour of celebrity and media attention, Sophie has shown that genuine royal duty lives in the quiet moments in hospital wards, at refugee centers, and in boardrooms where lives are changed without fanfare. Her rise under Charles's leadership may signal a new chapter for the monarchy, one where substance outweighs spectacle and dedication is valued over publicity. If this new royal era is to survive in an age of scrutiny and skepticism, it may well be Sophie's brand of steady, humble service that points the way forward. So perhaps the Duchess of Edinburgh's sharp response wasn't just a witty clapback, it was a mirror held up to the modern monarchy. Behind the glamour and gossip lies a woman who embodies the best of royal tradition: quiet resilience, unwavering duty, and grace under pressure. Many now wonder if Sophie might just be the unsung hero the royal family needs most. A reminder that true strength doesn't shout, it simply endures. In addition, when William ascends the throne, Beatrice and Eugenie will be valuable assets, and I'm certain they will get involved with royal duties. It makes perfect sense, because he will need them. The royal expert further suggested that the daughters of the Duke of York will be powerful for the monarchy. I see them as a sort of double act, working together in the same way as married couples do. Two gorgeous princesses working together as sisters would be very powerful. I think it would be wonderful, and I think it will happen. I think they would be open to doing more, because they like to give back. They have always been close to William, and the king is very fond of them too. His decision to scrap his previous plans for the monarchy may also come with its own set of challenges. Beatrice and Eugenie both hold jobs outside the royal family and prefer to live life outside of the spotlight with their families. Similarly, Tindall, who is not a titled royal, is also not officially a working royal. None have sought taxpayer support, aligning with William's vision for a leaner monarchy. However, formally recognizing their roles could raise new public expectations. The publication reports that by acknowledging the contributions of his cousins informally, William can still show appreciation without immediately shifting the structure. They adored their grandmother, and she often made them feel seen and valued. But with her gone, it's clear the tone has changed. They feel like they're being slowly erased. Adding insult to injury, William's apparent refusal to carve out a defined space for them comes just as Eugenie takes on her most impactful public role yet. Handpicked by King Charles to champion environmental and social justice causes, she's emerging as a quiet powerhouse in the royal ecosystem. But even that recognition, some whisper, is now at risk under William's rule. Many royal watchers are wondering whether William's hardline stance is truly about merit or a symbolic cleansing. Is this personal or just strategic? After all, Charles once offered his disgraced brother a lifeline in the shadows, allowing Andrew to appear at certain private events and shielding Beatrice and Eugenie with occasional patronages. But William, though warm in public, has proven less forgiving behind palace doors. It's not just about reform, it's about redefining the very essence of royalty. And in this new order, you're either in or out. The York sisters, loyal but tainted by association, seem destined to remain in limbo, visible but voiceless, respected but never truly embraced. Their future hangs on a thread, one controlled by a king determined to run the monarchy like a corporation streamlined, sanitized, and ruthlessly efficient. For Beatrice and Eugenie, the betrayal is quiet but brutal, not a dismissal by decree, but a slow freezing out that hurts just as deeply. In trying to preserve the future, King William may be rewriting the past and pushing away the very family members who once held it together. Together, their efforts mark not only a historic moment, but also a glimpse into the royal future, one defined by collaboration, modernity, and purpose.